Hello, I'm Kimberly and welcome to the weekend edition of the Native News Update. It's Friday, September 14th. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryTV.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The Senate Committee on Indian Affairs voted to approve the Native Hawaiian Government Reorganization Act. Also known as the Akaka Bill, the legislation would give Native Hawaiians the same rights already extended to many Native Americans and Alaska Natives. Earlier this year, the Native Hawaiian Rural Commission began developing a roll of Native Hawaiian constituents for the purpose of reorganizing a Native Hawaiian government. American Indians in Wyoming have petitioned the state of Montana to give their tribes a group of bison from Yellowstone National Park whose fate has been in limbo since they were relocated to Ted Turner's ranch more than 2 years ago. The request comes amid a push by Interior Secretary Ken Salazar to find more places suitable for bison on public and tribal lands across the West. Montana Governor Brian Schweitzer has also sought new habitat for the animals, although that effort has run up against determined opposition from the livestock industry. Leaders of Wyoming, Northern Arapaho, and Eastern Shoshone tribes said in a resolution signed this week that bison are an important icon that the tribe can help preserve. They asked the state to transfer an unspecified number of the approximately 170 bison held on Turner's Green Ranch near Bozeman to the Wind River Reservation in western Wyoming. Members of the Lac Courte Oreilles Ojibwe tribe successfully harvested one elk from northern Wisconsin on Friday morning, September 14th. Marking the first in decades an elk has been harvested from the North Woods since their extinction by Wisconsin hunters years ago. The herd of elk, called the Clam Lake Herd, has about 185 animals in it, and the DNR concedes that they would have a hard time arguing in court against a ceremonial hunt. Deputy DNR Secretary Matt Moroney raised worries about public safety by claiming that many people head into the woods in the hope of hearing or seeing an elk. Tribal hunters have already been in the woods hunting for deer and bear for weeks, and the state also plans to allow over 1,100 permits for wolf hunting. The elk permit was issued by the Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission, and the commission wardens accompanied the hunters nearby to assure compliance and access to the resources in case any state or private citizens attempted to interfere. Sue Erickson, a spokesperson for the commission, said the Ojibwe have learned from past experiences that if you don't exercise treaty rights, they may be taken from you. Along with being capable of carrying 45 pounds for miles at a time, Cherokee Fire Dancers must possess mental toughness to face dangerous conditions as well as selflessness to help people they don't know. And those are just some of the characteristics that have helped the fire dancers suppress wildfires across the United States since 1988, including 2 wildfires in 2012. Fire dancers must subsist in remote areas for up to 2 weeks and perform for 10 to 16 hours per day under hot, dusty, and smoky conditions. Fire dancers work in 2-week stints when other federal and state firefighters' resources are exhausted, and there is no limit to the number of times a team or individual can be called to duty. Training is provided all year throughout the nation if they choose to enhance their current qualifications and increase their hourly wage. Fire dancers can receive up to 80 hours of pay to attend training each year. Increased skills and training are bonuses in the program because the job is considered seasonal employment. For more information about the fire dancers, you can go to Cherokee.org and search under Careers. The Robert Wood Johnson Foundation named the Chicago White Sox, Notah Begay III Foundation, and Women's Sports Foundation recipients of the 2012 Steve Patterson Award for Excellence in Sports Philanthropy. The award celebrates and promotes those in the sports world who are improving lives by leveraging the unique influence of sports. This year's winners join an impressive and growing list of sports organizations and individuals who are answering the call to give back. The foundation established the award in 2005 in memory of Steve Patterson, the UCLA basketball star, NBA player, and college coach, who became known for his belief in and practice of using the power of sports philanthropy to make a difference. Notah Begay III, the only full-blooded Native American to play on the PGA Tour, founded the Notah Begay III Foundation to address the epidemic of childhood obesity and type 2 diabetes impacting Native American children, physical fitness, nutritional, and other health needs that are particular to the Native American community. For more information on his foundation, you can visit nb3foundation.org. To learn more about the Steve Patterson Award, you can check out rwjf.org/Patterson. Twilight star Kiowa Gordon will be giving fans the opportunity to get up close and personal with the actor as he visits his homeland of the Hualapai tribal nation. The Kiowa Gordon experience will kick off on September 28th with an appearance at the Hualapai Lodge on historic Route 66 from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Photo opportunities and autographing signings will take place inside the Diamond Creek restaurant that evening. September 29th, Gordon will be taking a ride down the Colorado River with the Hualapai River Runners whitewater rafting. Spots are open and limited. You can reserve your seat with Gordon using the promo code KG12. Fans who book with this code will get a free autograph photo with the purchase of their river run. And later next month, Gordon will return on October 25th to spend a night in the cabins of the Hualapai Ranch, Grand Canyon West. He plans to share stories and take photos with any fans who book a cabin at the Hualapai Ranch that same evening. The very next day, on October 26th, he will be at the Grand Canyon's West Viewpoints near the Grand Canyon Skywalk to take photos of the beautiful landscape throughout the day with his fans. Fans who are interested in the reservations and directions can visit hualapaitourism.com. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.